For section 0.2, we're going to write expressions, basically translating word problems into algebraic expressions. Expressions do not have equal signs. Okay, some words that you frequently see for add, plus, sum, increase by, more than. And I'm going to come back to more than in a second. For subtraction, some common words are minus, difference, decrease by, or less than, which I will also come back to. For multiply, times, product, sometimes they'll say twice a number. Twice means 2 times something. If you're twice as old as someone, you're double their size. Okay, quotient means divide, and we normally write it as a fraction. So the quotient of x and y is x over y. Okay, I'm going to go back to more than and less than. Okay, because if you have $5 less than someone else, you're subtracting 5 from what they had. So when you see the word then, it actually, when we start translating, it's going to go in a backwards order than what you think. And when we get to it, I'll show you. Okay, same from less than. You have less than the other person, so you're going to subtract from what they have. Okay, we're going to do some examples where we're going to translate the word expression into a algebraic expression. Pause the video so you can copy down the problem. Okay, for example 1, it says 5 times a number increased by 7. So I'm just going to go word by word. Okay, let's see, it says 5 times, so 5, maybe a dot. Okay, when it says a number, in algebra, we actually mean a variable. So I'm going to use x for my variable, but you could pick any letter for your variable that you like. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Increased by 7. What does increased mean? Increased is on add, so I'm going to add 7 to that. So my final expression is going to be 5 times a number increased by 7. Okay, for example 2, it says 18 minus 3 times a number. Again, I'm just going to go word by word and translate it. Okay, 18, I know 18. And then minus means minus. Okay, 3 times a number is 3 times, and then remember when I see the word number in algebra, that actually means variable. So I'm going to use x, but you could pick any variable you like. And if it's 3.x, you can just write that as 3x. So 18 minus 3x, and I'm done. Okay, the next two have a word that makes it a teeny bit more complicated, but definitely manageable. Okay, example 3 says 6 less than x. Okay, so I know 6 is this. Okay, less than, if I look at the list, less than means minus. Okay, but the word then actually is going to make things go in the wrong order. And then it tells me it's 6 less than x. Okay, because of the than, I'm actually subtracting 6 from x. So instead of it being 6 minus x, it ends up being x minus 6, because I'm subtracting 6 from x. If you have trouble keeping track of what is what, whenever you see the word than, it will be written in the opposite order. The terms will be rearranged. Okay, the next one's going to have a similar thing. Okay, it says 10. That works. More than, if I check the list, more than is on the plus. It means add. But because of the than, it's going to be 10 added to the other part of the problem. Okay, 2/3 just means 2/3. A number means a variable, so I'll use x. So I want to do 10 more than 2/3 x, which means I'm adding 10 to 2/3 x. Or if it's than, I just know I'm going to switch the order. So the final expression will be 2/3 x, add 10. Okay, or I could just say, oh, it has the word than, so instead of 10 plus 2/3 x, I'll write 2/3 x plus 10. Okay, we're going to keep going. For example 5, it says the product. What is product? Okay, product is on multiply. Okay, so let's multiply a and b. If I multiply a and b, if I multiply a and b, it's just a times b. Decreased is on the subtraction list by c. Product of a, b, decreased by c. Okay, I'm going to go to example 6. Example 6 says the sum of twice a number and 3. Okay, where is sum? Sum is on the list for add. So I'm going to add twice a number and 3. If you remember, twice a number is 2 times. So 2 times x, add 2. So I'm going to add 2x and 3. Okay, so I'm going to add 2x and 3. Okay, 2 more. For example 7, it has quotient for the first time. Quotient means divide. We write it as a fraction, something like x over y. Okay, the quotient of a number and 3. So I want to make a fraction. So on the fraction, a number, quotient, and 3. Okay, then what it says, and then it says plus 2, plus 2. Okay, one more. Okay, where is difference? Okay, difference is on the subtract list. Okay, so I want the difference of a number. Remember, number is just x and 7. So I want to subtract x and 7. So how do I write that? Oh, well, I do x minus 7.